All right, so number one, it says find the domain. So remember, we went over two restrictions. Am I dividing by an x, or is x inside of a square root of some capacity? The answer is no. Don't know why I did that. The answer is no to both. So I get negative infinity to positive infinity as my domain. For this one, I have an x in the denominator. So I say it can't equal 0. Solve for it. Let's put that on the number line. Didn't say it can't be anything else. So that's going to be from negative infinity to negative 1, from negative 1 to infinity. The next one, I'm not dividing by x, but I do have x inside of a square root. So you take whatever's in the inside of the square root, and you set it greater than or equal to 0. And then you solve for that. So we're going to subtract 5 on both sides. Divide both sides by negative 2. So on the number line, it's saying x is greater than or equal to negative 5 halves. It can be equal to it, and it's greater than that. So my answer is negative 5 halves to infinity. For here, I'm dividing by x. I say that can't equal 0, so x can't equal 2. Number line, open circle. So that's negative infinity to 2 to infinity. It's an odd root, so because it's an odd root, I know that there are no domain restrictions, so therefore my domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. And then for this next one, square root of r over r minus 8. So my two domain, first is r being inside of a square root. So r is greater than or equal to 0. My second one is r minus 8 can't equal 0. So there's two domain restrictions. So r cannot equal 8. So now I have to do the intersection of these separate domain issues. So if we say that that's 0 and that's 0, r is greater than or equal to 0, so closed circle, so that's the first one. And then the next one, we'll say that that's 8. It says r can't be 8. So the intersection of those two seem to be, it overlaps here, so at 0, there's an open circle at 8, that's solid, and that's solid. That seems to be where they overlap. So they overlap here, and they overlap here. So that's going to be from 0 to 8, and then from 8 to infinity. For each problem, use the function to find the following. So let's look at number 8. So f of 3 is 2 over 3 cubed, which is 2 over 27. If I wanted to find 4 times f of x, so that's 4 times 2 over x cubed, which is 8 over x cubed. If I wanted to plug in negative x, so f of negative x, so that'll be 2 over negative x cubed, which is negative 2 over x cubed. F of x minus 4, so 2 over x minus 4. That's fine, we can leave it like that, we don't need to simplify it. I want to plug in x squared, so it'll be 2 over x squared cubed, which is 2 over x to the 6. So remember when we were determining if the domain and range, so we project, so this is a function, so my domain is going to be from negative 3 to 3, and then my range would be from negative 2 to 2. This is a function, it passes the vertical line test. My domain would be that, because it's going down like that forever. But then also that means my y is going to be that. For 11, it says Jacob buys tickets that can be used for car washes. The total cost C depends on how many tickets for car washes T he buys. Select the average cost per car wash for Jacob when he buys 5 tickets. So the average cost, so this is how many tickets he's buying. So if the total cost is 35 and he bought 5 tickets, that means you have to divide them. So you get 7. And so the answer is going to be C, 7.